In quiet towns, there are houses that feel like memories, and then there are houses that feel like eyes. This story is about a home that didn't just shelter families, it observed them, studied them, and maybe never wanted them to leave. The family moves in. In 2018, a small family shifted into an old two-story house on the edge of a silent neighborhood. The house looked innocent, cracked paint, wooden floors, and a lonely garden covered with dry leaves. But the neighbors' hesitant glances suggested something unspoken, something they didn't want to repeat. The family ignored the uneasy silence. That night, at 2:41 a.m., the youngest daughter suddenly woke up. She felt someone standing beside her bed, the kind of presence you don't see, but you feel. When she opened her eyes, no one was there, except her wardrobe door, now slightly open. She remembered locking it earlier, yet she forced herself to believe it was nothing. Days passed. The mother began noticing strange reflections in the windows. When she stood alone, she often saw a tall, dark silhouette behind her, a shape that didn't match anyone in the house. But every time she turned around, there was only silence. Night after night, the figure appeared again in the glass. It didn't move. It didn't blink. It simply watched. And every evening it appeared a little closer than before. The hidden room below. Things escalated when a damp, sour smell started seeping from the wooden floor. The father assumed it was mold and removed the floorboards to check. Underneath, he discovered a narrow staircase he had never seen before. The stairs led to a hidden underground room. Inside was a broken chair, a metal table, and dozens of old cardboard boxes. When he opened them, he froze. Inside were photographs, hundreds of them, images of every family that had lived in the house for the past 40 years, photos taken secretly, from behind curtains, from cracks in doors, from dark corners. Every picture captured someone unaware, sleeping, eating, changing clothes, sitting alone. Someone had lived in the shadows of that house, and someone had been watching every family without ever being seen. The final escape. Terrified, the family packed their bags and rushed out. But as they reached the front gate, the daughter stopped and pointed at the top window. Behind the dusty glass stood the same tall, dark figure, completely still, head slightly tilted, watching them leave. The family drove away without looking back. Aftermath. When investigators inspected the home, they found no intruder, no footprints, no fingerprints, no signs of recent activity in the basement. But the photographs were real. And one detail chilled them. The newest photos, the ones on top, were of the same family who had just escaped. The final picture showed the daughter sleeping in her bed, with the tall shadow standing directly beside her. To this day, no one lives in the house, but sometimes, at night, neighbors say they see movement behind the upper windows, like someone is still there, waiting for new residents to watch. You've been watching Fern Files, where the unexplained becomes unforgettable. Some mysteries fade with time, but some continue to stare back at us from the shadows. Until next time, stay curious, stay cautious, and remember, not every house is empty, even when it looks abandoned.